You've got a couple of scenarios where you can save the life of your ink by printing in a slightly different way.
Yep, we have some examples back here to show you. We also get asked all the time is how do I really make that digital print pop? You know, when I print, I get a really muted or washed out look. Why is that? This is a really good example of what a muted face looks like. When the light's off, this print looks great, but when the light is shining through, it does look washed out compared to this. And all this is 7328 white acrylic that has a clear print on top of it. In order to get that color, that vibration, that pigment, you really need the light to go through multiple layers of ink to make this really pop and stand out. So this is the digital print acrylic. You can create this look a few different ways, but this is clear DP. We printed second surface, and then it has a white translucent print that we mirrored up behind it. So there's a couple different layers. We have the white print, and then we also printed on the clear DP, and that's what really makes this pop.
I'm going to slide the face off a little bit just for a second. Lauren's got a print in her hand that we'll show you, but also you can see by looking at this, you can see that glass look. That's how we're showing you how the print is actually behind the acrylic. And the great thing, our acrylic Ebonics, with Rome and Acrylight acrylic, they've got extra UV protection in there, right?
Yep, exactly. So acrylic has the same UV protection that you would in a standard sheet.
So wait, what you're telling me is that all these years I've been printing on product and then laminating it on top of it. You're telling me I can take this exact same acrylic that I paid for, that I've gone to Grimco.com to place an order, that it arrives the next day to me, and that I put laminate on top of. I can use the acrylic as a laminate?
You can, yes.
Holy jumping. Okay.
And it does create a nice glossy wet look, as you can see. You could add a laminate if you wanted a more matte look as well.
And again, we've hit this twice with ink, and that's why that vibrancy, we can go ahead and switch to the other camera, why that vibrancy is quite a bit stronger. Now, Lauren, you've got another sheet in there, another way to get white on the background of the acrylic.
Yeah, this is another print that we printed in our Chicago Demo Center with the R series. And you can see that we printed second surface. You can see that, but then we also flooded the back with white ink that will also give you the same type of look.
When you flood acrylic with white ink, you're going to need to test that against your line. You determine whether you get the right type of translucency. But for that type of print, I would see that type of image being used again at a zoo, at a sign outside of the elephant area, or in a museum, or somewhere in a school where you're doing a lot of digital printing, where you don't want the kids scratching and testing it. But you need that white background. Just hitting it with ink is good enough where you're not putting light through it.